All right, welcome back to Empire of the Sun. Um, well, I've moved forward quite a bit on the game because not much happened that was terribly interesting. And actually, this turn isn't terribly interesting either. But I didn't want to go too far ahead of the in the game without getting you guys caught up at least to some extent what's going on. Okay, if you remember, we had the battle up here in Burma where we cleared the corridor, as it were, to the cut off air units that were in Jarhat and Leto. And then there was this big battle. If you remember, there was this battle here that was what cleared it up, and then it was a double. I think I rolled a 9. He rolled, which destroyed his armies here. He flipped 2 of my units. I destroyed an 1812, an 1818, the Korean army, and a 912, which used to be an 1812, and it was bombed, and it became a 912, and they were all destroyed. Um, and then what he did was, if you remember, was he moved the Japanese 1812 to try to capture Dhaka to cut off the rescuers and the air units. And I was lucky because we both rolled low, so there were no results, no decisive results in Akyab, and had to retreat in Dhaka and had to retreat back to Akyab. Okay, so that's where we left everything. Quite a few cards later, what happened was is that I played. I remember he played the Tojo card. Well, I played for the points, and I ended up playing the Manchuria card for the points, which was ironic given that he had played Tojo for the event. I would have had to play Manchuria for the event, and that would have been nice, but I couldn't. So I played it for the event for the points, and then I activated the 2 air units that were trapped in Jarhat and Leto because now they're open. There's a supply line running, and they went and did an attack in Akyab. Uh, and comically, he rolled a 9. He couldn't make intel, and then I was able to bomb him and destroy a half army or something like that. And so what happened here, what eventually was he played another card. What was is his next card? I can't remember what it was exactly. But what he did was that with that card was he went out and finally did cleaned up here in Dutch East Indies. He did a landing here at Banca, which is what he needed to conquer, and of course he attacked Balikpapan. And well, what happened to Balikpapan is that he rolled I think he rolled a full result, and he rolled a 13, but it was a so the Dutch naval unit actually was able to survive, and the British naval moved out to Wyndham in Australia, where it will promptly be eliminated at the end of the turn because the DEI has fallen. Now he's already conquered all of DEI. All right, so he did that in card, and he moved some reinforcements up to Burma. His position in Burma isn't so good. He's got half army here. He's got another half army up here, and so on. And if I remember correctly, at the beginning of the turn, sorry, he actually had. This is actually the beginning of the turn. I showed you the end of that turn. Um, at the beginning of the turn, sorry, he had 2 half armies here and another half army there, and then he got, he was basically moving reinforcements up. His position in Burma isn't so good; it's all beat up and stuff. So what I did was I played the 3 card, my operating detachment card, this Iwo Jima card, just to go after his bombers, after bombers, to bomb his air units here, his armies, his half armies here. And comically enough, he couldn't. He rolled another 9 for intel, so he missed it again, and he was, besides himself. I don't blame him. So I bombed it with 26. I was able to get a full result, 5 plus 3, 8. So basically able to destroy a half army here. Okay, and that's it. Basically where we are right now. We are at card count wise. I'm on my last card. Well, I have the card and the card that's in FO. He has 1 last card to play, and I have a card, and it's my turn. So I don't know. I have Operation Watchtower. in FO, which is a surprise attack, and I have heroic repair, which is for the for the carriers to repair the carriers. Just to let you know what's going on. Also in my head is that I've got two Products of the War hexes that I've occupied, Dimasur and Kusei. So I've got to go after one more. So I imagine I must have used the last card, well, my last two cards to concentrate on getting that last FO, that last it's not FO. What am I talking about? The last Progress of the War hex. And just by looking at this, let's see what's out there. Not much. Obviously, not Caviang, excuse me. This here, this is Weewak is a little far away. I'm not going to invade it. Obviously, it's too far away from Gilly Gilly. Eventually, this needs to go up. It'll make its way up here, probably to Madang, and probably go after this at some point in the future. I don't know. Maybe one of these outlying Marshall Island hexes will probably go after um, as my third um, Progress of the War hex. Maybe I'll go after Akab. I don't know. If I go after Akab and destroy it, I'll capture it. That'll be my third. Um, that'll be my third Progress of the War. So who knows? Maybe I'll go after that. I don't remember what I did exactly, but I'm pretty sure I did. I think what happened was I played the surprise attack card, um, which doesn't do anything from the ground aspect. And the fact is that if I used it for the event, I would need to mobilize only one um, ground unit, which is not good. I need to, if I want to take Akab, or I need to take Akab, I take Akab. Or what I could do is just walk into Kahima Impfall and just take that back, and without any fighting, I just take over that, and that'll be the end of it. But then, of course, he's got a turn, and I don't want him to go and take back a Progress of the War hex that I had just taken. So anyway, so we'll see what I did in the next video. I don't remember what I did exactly, but I'm sure that I did something to alleviate them. I always want to get my last Progress of the War hex, because I like to leave something at FO. So what I probably did was I played Operation Watchtower out of the FO to get that out of the FO, and then put in the reserve the Heroic Repair card. I think I did that. I remember doing that, but we'll see. All right. Thank you very much for listening. See you in the next video.